Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. This is the game I tried to make a rocket, launch a rocket, and get a rocket to orbit the planet, you know, the three most basic things in the game, in under 10 minutes, and I failed quite drastically. So I've taken a challenge from another channel to try again. So the challenge is, take this rocket and get that to orbit the planet without exceeding the height or the bottom. So nothing above the top, nothing above the bottom. The only thing I can do is go sideways. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to benchmark it, so see what it can do without tweaking. So see how high it gets before I add anything to it. So I'm going to up the throttle, turn the SAS on, and we're going to... Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to test the ejection system, of which we can see that clearly worked. So then let's try that again with the launch order in the correct sort of sequence, because I think to go up, your engines need to go off in some way. I mean, I'm no scientific mastermind or rocket person, but I think that's how it should be. So we're going to up the throttle, and we're going to go. Oh, SAS. And I'm just going to skip some time, just so we can get through it, figure out what's going on, and be happy. There. Oh, wow. They kick out some power, don't they? Okay, so I'm still going. I'm basically in space anyway, so this shouldn't be too difficult. So what altitude do we get to? We get to about basically 30,000-ish feet. Let's test the parachute, make sure that works. Parachute. Parachute! Deploy, boy! Parachute! Oh, it didn't break, did it? Did it break on the way up? I didn't. Oh, there it is. Just put it in atmosphere, so the parachute couldn't catch any, atmosphere to shoot power, whatever. So yeah, let's go to the constructy garagey thing and strap some more petrol and engines to this, because I mean, we're just in space. There's no denying that. This shouldn't be the hard challenge to do. I mean, how hard can it be? Right, so first thing we need to do is put this somewhere where I can actually navigate around it. So let's lower it to no, not into the ground, just above it, So we've got like a this is how high you're going to be sort of thing, and just start strapping things to it then. What do we think we need? First thing we're going to need is decouplers, because you need engines to decouple, otherwise you're heavy and your rocket just doesn't make it into orbit, and again without going above or below. So attach those on. Oh, the launch order. So the rockets were wrong, weren't they? So I need to take those to the bottom, so they launch first. Oh no, that's the rockets, so they need to go there, because they're the decouplers to the engines about to attach. So engines, I'm looking for the hammer, which is oh, this is fuel. Which is this one. It's strong, it's powerful, it's not heavy, so we'll go up, get power, from space, orbit, done, banging it out. Cracked it, really? Let's just check the launch order. Rockets, detach, go further, detach, land safely, nobody dies. So let's launch. Get into space, do orbits, and challenge done, really. First try. I'm very, very happy with this one. So let's do the power. Let's do the SAS, and let's just go up to space. And, it looks pretty good so far, so let's speed things up. Let's just get the fuel down. So I've got the altitude and the momentum. When the fuel gets low, we go normal. Wait. Out, detach, go! Secondary engines, and up. These got to be 30,000 feet from their own, so this should not be a challenge for them. I'm not even at 15 yet, and I'm nearly out of fuel completely. Something's not right, but if I angle it that way, at least I'm heading in an orbitish direction. So that should give me some, bonuses? Maybe? I don't like that windy noise. So where's the map that tells me that I've succeeded? It's toggle map. Not even close. It's just going up and down. It's what Richard Branson did. So I'm just going to create a crater somewhere over there. Why didn't that work? Is it because I attached engines and didn't account for the weight? So I need to revert, go back, attach more engines, attach more fuel. Boom, space, orbit, 2 tries, that's fine. I can live with that. 2 tries is great. So let's revert flight, go to vehicle assembly, and try again. So as we discovered, the hammer is a very powerful engine. So in order to counteract the weight that they add, we just add more, right? You can't have too much of a good thing. So if I find more decouplers, strap those on, 8, like so, and then go to engines, find the hammer, and just bang more on, and that will that'll just get us going, won't it? It's just perfect. It's just perfect. And I think we're going to launch them all at the same time, which means we'll just have all the engines, they'll all go off, and then we'll just detach them, and definitely going to take us into space. Oh, fuel! We ran out of fuel quite quickly last time, so I'm going to attach these and make this rocket look like some sort of fuel and jet-powered space atom, which, as the sentence goes, is a lot more awesome than I actually intended it to be. I think if I added 2 more on, that should be great. So 1 there, and 1 more inside there. And I think that's as good as it needs to be. Maybe I need a cone on top, maybe? No, that's massive. Alright, let's just launch. So here we are at the landing pad. Let's power up. SAS on, launch order, let's stick all those together, we don't need those separate. Power, safety, done. Up! Right, so up we go. This is gonna work. I've got the extra fuel, I've got the extra engines. What can go wrong? Why am I so slow? Let's just speed that up. Why is it spinning? Okay, let's make that normal speed. I'm out of fuel? Why am I out of fuel? I'm not even at 8. So extra weight, maybe? I've got the speed now, so let's just angle off in just a direction. That one. That direction works. That's an orbitish direction, right? Let's just check the map. That one doesn't do very well at all. But that line is heading in the right direction, so... and we're out of fuel. So more power, more engines, more fuel. And let's go back and add those things. So I'm thinking maybe we need more engines, or bigger engines, or more fuel. But I'm going to go with more engines first. So I'm going to grab... where's the hammer? Where's the hammer? Where's the hammer? Where's the hammer? That! And I'm just going to strap more of these on. Because more is better, and better is more. As nobody has said in rockets before, probably. So let's just grab that. Let's just start strapping them on. And I'm hoping... and hoping that it'll just break the sound barrier the moment it sets off and succeed. So just give me a minute, and I'm just gonna add these on in sort of a good old sticking, gluing, and hoping fashion, really. What I have done is I've added bits. I've added a lot of fuel, I've added a couple more engines, and now all I'm doing is I'm connecting the fuel together, because I think one of the things that happened in the last one was the ability to go up ran out really quickly because the stuff that made that happen stopped being a thing. Yes, this is starting to look more and more like a Blue Peter sort of art attack slash here's something I made earlier thing, but, you know, I'm happy with how this is going so far. I think this is going to be heavier, so the up is going to be a bit slower, but everything is connected. I've got loads more engines. I'm very confident that space is well within my grasp. I know I can at least get there with this. I've quadrupled the engine count, so let's launch. Let's see how things go, shall we? Let's just shift these engines into here, check that everything else is in the correct place. The throttle's up to max, SAS is on, so go! Ooh, that's flapping a little bit, but it has taken off. And we are going up. Oh, there's a black rip in space and time there. Let's ignore that that just happened. And let's just observe that we're already nearly out of fuel and we've reached half the height of the last one. But we are going twice as fast, so, you know, as half the world's oil and fuel reserves run out about now, I can detach. I can get the main pod stuck. And we go. There we go. That was okay. We've still got loads of speed. We're still going up. And I'm pointing in an orbit-like direction. Again, mastered it. We are going absolutely nowhere. We're just going to go up and crash, aren't we? That line's still going the right way, so let's see. Orbit, 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 orbit. Nope, we're out of fuel again. So, more power, more engines, and then we should win. So, third time's the charm. So, it's come to my attention that this design is A, too hectic, B, too crap, and C, it doesn't work. So let's start again. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of... oh, wait, no. I need the couplings back. Come back. I need that one, and I need 8 of them. 8. Because, as I said before, more is better. So let's just strap those on there. This is the new plan. Lots of fuel, big engines, a lot of oomph. And I'm going to strap some engines on the side as well, because that seems like a really good idea. So this looks good because it's aerodynamic and it doesn't want to attach anywhere. So let's go for the next best option, which is, well, that looks like the bouncing bomb, but yeah, that'll work. They're overlapping, but let's ignore science and physics for now, and let's just say yes, that's perfect. And now we need engines. So I'm thinking size order. That's going to be too small, isn't it? Yeah, that's not going to do anything. What are these? These are the ones that are actually on the bottom of the rocket. No, that goes beyond the bottom. What about this? A big and C too small. That is perfect. It doesn't kick out much power, but I've got 8 of them. So which engines have we got on the side? Those side engines. These side engines are big and powerful and they look good, right? I don't know if they're gonna have any fuel. I don't know how the fuel in this works, but that's it doesn't say if they've got fuel. But I am feeling very optimistic about this. I'll figure out how to figure out if it's got fuel later. I'll just see if they ignite when they're on the launch pad. So that's what we're going to do next. I need to put that back. Let's just put that back. It's not orderly, it's not neat, but this is an experiment. This is science. This is trial and error. There's going to be a lot of that, I think. Space. Yeah, let's just make go to space and be happy. So launch. The game is really struggling to load this. Oh, bouncing. Oh, that's sagged out a little bit. So let's power up. Let's SAS on and go. It's it did a little bounce. It's a little bounce. It is going sideways now. It doesn't feel right, and it's exploding. Something didn't work, and but that still works. The decoupler still works, which is great. But yeah, something about that didn't feel right. The parachute didn't come out. Why didn't the parachute come out? Can he Eva? No. Are they trapped inside? I think I've trapped them inside. Decided that, oh, they don't want to come out. They're like, no, I don't want to. You kill us. Wait, did the mouse controls make it? It jiggles. Oh, there's the parachute. Oh, then let's go. Let's go. Let's roll it. Let's just go for a roll. Let's go for a ride. Let's just keep an eye on the electricity. It's bouncing. Something exploded. This is going well. And I've killed people. So it's come to my attention that this design might be a little bit crap. A bit too heavy, the engines weren't powerful enough, and this general science in use was not adequate for the purpose we are looking for. So let's re-science this. And the science is telling me that we went big with not enough power to kick out. So we're going to small down the fuel tank and see if we can strap a few more engines onto it. So this tank looks great, so we're going to strap that there. Let's just check. Size is good. Size is good. So 8 of those on. And not enough ground clearance, so the engines won't be... I won't be able to get good enough engines, so smaller fuel tank. So an even smaller, neater, more conservative fuel tank, like this one. And with this one, I have an idea. So let me just strap that on like that. And let me show you something. Underneath there, I've got those 3 rockets all attached to the one fuel tank, and that's done by a connector that's somewhere inside of the structures, and I just can't remember which one it is. So let's just have a poke. That's not it. It's there. Is it this one? Nope, that's way too big. Size it. Oh, it's already in size order. Great. It's that one? No, it's too big. That's the one I just used. Is it this one? That one? Oh, no, that's a small engine, small tube to big engine, so I don't want that. I want this one, because that's got 3 engines at the bottom. It's neat. It's actually a bit freakishly neat for me. But now all I have to do is stack some fuel on top of it and make it good. That engine's too big. That engine's definitely too big. And this engine is way too big. So I think we're going to have to go back to that first engine that we used. Because all the good ones don't fit. So I think we need to go to this engine, the one that we had on the first tank, and that'll just give us enough shove, because there's 3 of them per tank. It's quite light now, and that will work. I'll just get those on and get those fixed, and I will see you on the launch pad. Here we are, it's a glorious day on the launch pad. Everything's in the right order, so let's power up, SAS on, and go! Didn't even get off the ground. I'm coming down with something's wrong with the amount of power those things are kicking out, so bigger engines are needed, I think. Why did it explode? I didn't do anything that time! Okay, so that detonated, but that bit still works fine, so let's at least say we did some taking off. So that now we can adjust. I'm just going to detach, get the parachute out, and we're going to slowly sink to the ground. Make them spin as we go, just like some sort of entry. Oh, that's sizzled off there, and I've killed more people. I think we can all agree that this design was great but lacked power, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all these off, and I'm going to strap on more power. So that probably means bigger base on the fuel tank, higher up, so I can get a better engine in it, and then I'll just strap fuel on where I can, however I can. Like this. We have the big engine and the nice size fuel tank. Then we have a bird's nest on top of it. It's in a basket full of eggs. That takes us over the height limit. I can only have one of those, so a smaller fuel tank, maybe. No. Yes. No, that'll just explode and kill everybody inside. So, no, this is the best we're going to get out of the idea that I've got. So let's launch that and see how it goes. Power up. The launch order's correct. SAS on and go! And now we're actually going up, and that's a very stable launch. It's stable, yes, slow, exceptionally. And it also looks fantastic from underneath. And it's not burning through fuel at a catastrophically high rate. It's just very, very slow. I mean, I've only just cracked 2,000. Is it going to get to 5? Yes. Is it going to get to 8? Yes. Why is it not going up straight anymore? That's definitely going off an angle, isn't it? It's spinning. That is why. It's spinning uncontrollably. Why is it doing that? Why is every good design I have just decided it wants to be a Catherine wheel? Anyway, that's going to run out of fuel now. So let's do a detach. They fall away nicely. I'm going to let the inertia carry me a little way up. Angle myself in an orbit-like direction, so towards that bit of the horizon, and go! And that's looking good. That's looking good. Maybe I've not got the sideways angle that I need, but I think it's nearly there, it's nearly there, it's nearly there, it's nearly there. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Maybe I had too much up power to be able to get that orbit right, or maybe I launched the engines too early. I don't know, but I'm thinking that design has legs and has some potential. So let's go back, review it, and make it better. So what we learned from that launch was that this fuel tank is the perfect fuel tank. It can fit a nice engine on the bottom, it can fit a nice amount of fuel on top, and it doesn't weigh that much. But the only problem is that it was a bit heavy. It was slow to launch, so we need more power. The only problem is that means we'll need more fuel. So that will add more weight, so we're going to need more engines. To counteract but then we're going to run out of fuel quicker, so we need more fuel and engines and so forth. So we're going to add more fuel first, like this, but that's obviously going to need more engines, etc. So we're going to have to add more fuel to get those engines. So I'm getting sort of like a honeycomb effect going here, because honeycombs are aerodynamic when you're not looking at them. It's a bit like the tree falling in a forest technique. So let's just add some more fuel, like that, and I'm spiraling outwards because I'm thinking shapes are important, because then I can get bigger engine underneath those ones that are higher up. So let's go for some structural reinforcement. Does that like stretch out? What is that? It's tiny. That's what it is. I'm not going to use that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Alright, allow me to just fiddle for a minute and then come back to you with some engines. Because I think that's where I'm going to go next. We're going to love what I've built. I built this. It's a combination of hammers, thousands of egg-like fuel tanks from before, the good fuel tanks, and loads of engines underneath, like a blindingly large amount. So the hammers are going to give it oomph, the little engines will give it stability, and the thousands underneath will give it the final power that we need to get into orbit and make things good again. I've only just noticed that the pitch, the yaw, and the roll are all going a little bit bonkers, and also I think I'm gaining a foot and losing a foot in like a fractional second sort of thing. So I'm going to power up, turn the SAS on, and I'm going to say, go. No? Go? Go. Go. There we go. Oh, and that's loud. That's very loud. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's very loud. Those hammers are doing their job well. They are getting us off the ground at an increasingly slow rate, but they are still doing their job. I'm not burning through fuel at all, which is really good to know, but I'm also very concerned about how much power the actual engines are pumping out. So when the hammers run out, which will be soon, I will detach, and it seems to be okay. I mean, we do look like we're one of the ships out of Close Encounters of the Third Kind, but I'm not going to look into that too much. I've also noticed they were slightly turning. I'm not doing that, and it's not turning back. The yaw is not responding. That is not good. That's not good. Turn. The small engines were meant to add stability, but I believe they're the things that are pushing me out of angle, and now I'm out of control, so I'm going to detach and point out the fact that I've added loads of small fuel tanks to the inside of that as well to give those engines a little bit more thing. So I'm going to get this under control. I'm going to go back to the drawing board and redesign that cluster bomb that I just built. So, give me 1 second. The takeaway from that last launch was that we needed more of something important. And as we all saw, that one thing that it needed was lots more rockets. Those hammers really did what they needed to do. They pushed it into the air, gave it the momentum. It was only when they weren't there did things go tits up. So excuse me for 5 minutes while I push the 120 extra rockets that I've strapped to this thing into the correct launch order. So that's all the engines in the correct place. So what we're going to do now is we're going to press SAS, we're going to put the power up, and we're going to brace, and go! Oh, there it is! Oh, there's a lot of flames. That's very loud again. Why is it exploding already? It's starting to turn to the side. I can't control this. I definitely can't control this. Oh no, this isn't going well, is it? So let's see if we can save this. So detach. Oh, that's going on. So that's the phase 1 detachment. And let's wait a second. And then let's detach again. There we go. It broke free. Nobody died. And now we can save this by pointing in that direction and heading away from the small town-destroying explosion. Why did... Oh, click the space bar. Oops. It's better parachute. And now the parachute will be able to eject. I'm coming down with a... That might have been a tiny failure. The parachute's destroyed. But this is going to be a water landing, so I'm pretty sure they'll survive. 90% sure they'll survive. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and they're dead. Alright, why am I surprised by that? So, that last design was chaotic, mad, heavy, didn't work, exploded, and probably made a small crater inside of a moon. And now this design is the opposite of that. I've got the fuel tanks that I know are good. I've got the connector which attaches multiple engines to it, and I've got the engines that I know don't burn through fuel very well but aren't very powerful. But I have multiplied those by 3 on each side, so it might have the power. And now the bit inside of me which is saying more is better, better is more, says attach some more engines just to give it a little bit more kick, and that is exactly what I've done. And I think... and some fuel inside of here for the main compartment, so when I do eventually detach, when I'm in space, I have that extra fuel to rely on for orbit and re-entry. See, I'm planning ahead, and it's great. So this design looks good, so let's go and fly this thing. I'm with you on this one, mate. It doesn't look like it's got the power to get off the ground. So shall we go away, come back with more engines, more power and more fuel? Yeah, let's do that. Wait, what? Why is it taking off with that? What did we press? Okay, so it's leaving us behind. I can't. I don't know what the button is to get back inside the rocket. It's not. Something exploded. What happened? Oh, please don't land on him. Please don't land on him. Please don't land on him. Hey, all your friends are dead. Anyway, let's get back inside and improve on design that is quite clearly functional, but I don't know why. Alright, so I'm beginning to see a pattern in how I build and design things. I build smart and sensible that doesn't have power or is too heavy, and then I go slightly overboard with something, and now I end up with this like cluster of engines on the outside. And I've got like 3 different types. I've got a thumper, I've got a hammer, and I've got one that I don't actually know what it's called. And as it turns out, when I launch it, it all tries to launch like inwardly, which I think is a good idea, but I don't know. Oh, I forgot to attach the decouplers for all the engines, so I'm just going to have some dead weight hanging on the sides for a while. I'm not going to let that bother me. I'm just going to let it spin happily, because that's very neat and very symmetrical. I'm not very fast, but I am higher than I was last time. Oh, that's another set of engines gone. Which engines were they? I do not know. Okay, so I think I'm getting to that stage now where I need to think about detaching, because it's just those little ones on the outside that are going still. And I am starting to fall to that way a little bit. So if I detach them, they'll sort of act as a fireworks show. Like, hey, he's doing it! And now I attach the main one, so I keep that momentum. So I haven't actually changed the design on the inside. The main part of the ship is still it's going sideways. It's going down. Yeah, but the main part of the ship is still that design that we saw fly, but for no apparent reason. Maybe if I point it like this, I'm still going down. In fact, I'm going down at quite the speed, so I'm going to detach those missiles and take over with this thing. I don't know which way up it's meant to face. That way. There we go. Because everything's turned upside down. So left is up, right is down, up is left, and down is right. So let's just stay like this. So that design failed as well. For the life of me, I don't know why. Oh, I'm out of fuel. What's this in the corner of my screen? I don't know. Anyway, I've figured out how to do it. I raised the fuel tanks up, put bigger engines underneath, and that doesn't break the height limit, by the way, and then fuel piped up all these engines, so they were slower burning, they had an okay output of power, and I can make them fly. I've also attached them to jettison things, just in case it doesn't work, just to see what happens. So let's up and power and SAS and go! And that's working, so let's make it go fast. What the hell is happening? What the hell is happening? What the hell is... Whoa, 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 that's not meant to happen! Ah! A lot of Kerbals just died. Okay, so I'm going to say something went wrong there. I need to rethink my design. I'm adding fuel, which I'm going to need some more fuel, and maybe some more fuel. And, oh, let's add some more fuel. There we go, there we go. Right, so you've caught me halfway through a genius idea. Earlier on, you noticed that I noticed that if you raise the fuel tanks up slightly, you can add the bigger engines underneath. So I've added lots of lighter fuel tanks, and I've connected them all together with pipes, which I'm also hoping act as sort of structural struts as well, because when this takes off, it may just disperse, at which point, obviously, it won't go anywhere. But I'm hoping that, again, the fuel pipes will keep that all tied together. And on the underside, once I've finished putting this, I'll show you the genius that I've befolded. I have been able to add those bigger engines with a bigger kick out because it's just raised up a few feet and it doesn't break the height limit. And I'm adding these lesser powerful ones to the outside to act as stability. So the thing won't roll or yaw or get carried away in a certain direction in a certain way that causes me to explode, die, and kill thousands of people for hundreds of miles. And when I've connected all those, I think I need to add some more engines, but lesser powerful ones still, just to give it that little bit more raise, just to give it that little bit more hope and joy that something good will come out of this spider's web of pipes, a concoction of fumes from the petrol and all the different oily things that are greased in there. It's just perfect. It's an idea. It's the thing that makes all experimental like things the best. So we're just going to up the power and go. And I didn't want it to do that. Why is it turning over? Okay, so those Kerbals have died, but they died heroically, and I don't know what went wrong there. Was it because I didn't have SAS on? Was it because I didn't have SAS on? I'm going to say it's because SAS wasn't on, so we're going to restart, and I'm going to... The game's like, do you really want to do that? I mean, you just saw it fail. Like, do you really think just sticking SAS is going to improve it? Yes, I do, game. So load. Thank you. So up the power. SAS on. So now everybody's going to live happily and go. No, he's still going over that way. Why is everything I do so crap? I think you have no idea. I like how the engines look like ready-made gravestones for everybody that's just died in that general direction. Of which I'm going to assume I need a few more. But anyway, I'm going to give up on this challenge and say I've been me. This has been Kerbal, and I guess I'm going to make the screen a bit blurry now. Do that outro thing I decided to do during the Hot Wheels video, which is, I'm going to say thanks for watching, please like and subscribe. I'm genuinely enjoying making these videos. They're fun for me, and hopefully I'm making it fun for everybody else to watch and giving somebody inspiration on a game they've either not tried, or want to try, or ways to not play a game. Also, if you know how to play this game, please can you let me know, because I have the instructions and controls open on a different screen and it still didn't work or help. So, yes, that's probably me being a bit of an idiot. But anyway, go, be fantastic. Some tiles appeared on the screen. Enjoy watching them if you want to, and other stuff in the meantime. So, from me, this game finally blurred out in the background. I'm going to say, ta-ra, have a good one, and farewell. Yes, that. Okay. Doodles. Bye.